Welcome to Upload Video. This is the single-form workflow your editors use to push one video at a time into ComusTumbz, complete with title, description, tags, models, sponsors, access rules, and search engine metadata. Unlike the FTP bulk uploader, this page is for hand-curated content, the place where you fill in every field a polished video deserves before it goes live. To open it, log into your admin panel and navigate to domain.com/ct/admin/video_upload.php. Or from the admin top navigation menu, click the import drop-down and choose Upload Video. When the page loads, you will see a green gradient banner with a film reel icon, the title Enhanced Video Upload, and a breadcrumb reading dashboard, then Videos, then Upload. Below the banner is a row of 6 tab buttons: File Upload, Basic Info, Production, Technical, Access Control, and SEO and Marketing. The File Upload tab is selected by default because that is where every upload begins. At the very bottom of the form, below all 6 tabs, sits one big green Submit button labeled Upload and Submit Video. That button stays disabled, grayed out, until your file finishes uploading. We will walk through each tab in order, then the Submit, then what happens once the page hands the video off to the cron pipeline. File Upload. The File Upload tab is the entry point and the only tab that does real work in the browser. Everything else is metadata around the file you drop here. The centerpiece is the drop zone, a large rectangle with a dashed green border and 3 lines of text inside. The first line reads, "Drop your video file here," or "Click to browse." The second lists the formats your server accepts, pulled from the upload settings table. The third shows your maximum file size, defaulting to 2 GB but configurable per install. Below those lines is a green Choose File button. 3 ways to feed it a video. Drag a file directly into the drop zone. The rectangle highlights green when your cursor enters it. Click anywhere in the rectangle to open the file picker, or click the Choose File button. The moment you drop or pick a file, 2 checks run instantly. The file extension is checked against the allowed formats list. If you dropped an MP3 or a Z/IP, you get a JavaScript alert in the upload aborts. Then the file size is checked. Anything over the maximum throws a size limit alert. If both checks pass, the page starts a chunked upload. A progress bar appears below the drop zone, gray track, green fill, with diagonal stripes that animate while data is flowing. The file is sliced into 10 megabyte chunks and posted one at a time to ajax_video_upload.php. After each chunk acknowledges, the bar advances. If a chunk fails, you get an upload failed alert. If the network drops, you get a network error alert. Either way, refresh and retry. There is no mid-upload resume. When the final chunk lands, the server stitches the pieces together, runs ffprobe to extract metadata, and returns JSON with the save file path, file size, and metadata block. The progress bar hides and 2 panels appear below the drop zone. The first panel, File Information, shows the original file name, the file size in human-readable units, and a green Successfully Uploaded status line. The second panel, Metadata, has 4 subsections. Video information lists duration, resolution, aspect ratio, frame rate in FPS, video codec, format, quality, and orientation. Audio information lists audio codec, channels, sample rate in hertz, and a Dolby Atmos flag, only if the video has audio. Quality metrics lists bitrate, total frames, bits per pixel, compression ratio, and HDR, VR, and mobile optimized flags. File integrity lists MD5 and SHA1 hashes when computed. At the same moment, 3 things happen automatically. The Submit button at the bottom goes from disabled gray to active green. The Technical tab populates with everything ffprobe just extracted. And 5 hidden form fields fill with the file metadata so it travels with the form when you submit. If ffprobe is not installed, the metadata falls back to basic estimation, file size and format only, and the quality assessment section notes basic estimation as the extraction method. Install ffprobe before launch if you want the full dataset. Basic Info. Click the Basic Info tab. This is where you give the video its identity. 4 sections. Basic information is the title block. Video title is required and capped at 255 characters. The headline visitors see on cards, in the player, and in search results. Subtitle or tagline is optional and capped at 500 characters. Description is a 4-row text area for the long-form blurb on the video detail page. Tags is a comma-separated keyword list used for search and related video matching. Below the title block is one VR video checkbox with a glasses icon. Tick it if the source is a 360 or stereoscopic VR clip, which changes how the player handles playback. Publishing and language has 3 drop-downs. Publish date defaults to today. Pick a future date to schedule a release. Language has 12 choices. Content rating has 6 tiers: XXX, R, NC 17, PG 13, PG, and G. Categories is a checkbox grid pulled from the TBL categories table. Tick all that apply. A video can belong to multiple categories. Models is the performer tagging widget. Type 2 or more letters and the page queries TBL models after a 300 millisecond debounce. Matching models appear in a drop-down showing name, alias, and gender. Click a result and it becomes a green pill below the search box with an X to remove it. If a performer is not in your database, click the green plus Create New Model button to open a modal. Enter a name and pick female, male, trans, or non-binary, then click Create Model. The new entry is added and immediately selected for this upload. Production. Click the Production tab. This is for production credit metadata that fuels schema markup, search filters, and series binge experiences. Production details has 5 fields. Studio is the production company. Director is whoever shot the scene. Producer is the financial or executive lead. Production year defaults to the current year and accepts anything from 1900 to next year. Release date is an optional date picker for the original distribution date, separate from your platform's publish date. Series information has series name, season number, and episode number. Leave the numbers blank for standalone videos or fill them in to chain episodes for season pass style browsing. Sponsors section has 3 drop-downs. Primary sponsor is the main partner pulled from TBL sponsors, where active equals 1. The moment you pick a sponsor, the sub-sponsor drop-down auto-populates over AJAX by hitting ajax_video_upload.php with action equals load_sub_sponsors. Cam site is the 3rd drop-down, listing every enabled site from TBL cam sites. Relevant if this video is a recorded cam show. Technical. Click the Technical tab. Every field here is read only, grayed out, because everything is auto-populated from the FFprobe metadata extracted during upload. Editors do not type anything, they review. Technical specifications shows duration in seconds, width and height in pixels, frame rate in FPS to 2 decimals, bitrate in kilobits per second, formats such as MP4 or MKV, video codec such as H.264 or H.265, and video quality bucketed as SD, HD, Full HD, 2K, 4K, or 8K. Quality assessment is a metadata grid with 10 rows. Extraction method, file size, total frames, bitrate, bits per pixel, compression ratio, HDR support, VR compatible, mobile optimized, and has audio, each shown as a green check or red X. If anything looks wrong here, wrong resolution, missing audio, codec the platform cannot encode, that is your cue to abandon this upload, fix the source file, and start over. Once you click Submit, this metadata gets written to TBL videos, and the FFmpeg pipeline starts encoding from these numbers. Tab 5, Access Control. Click the Access Control tab. This is where you decide who can watch the video. Access Control offers 5 card-style options laid out in a row. Click a card to select it, and the matching detail panel appears below. The 5 types are free for everyone, members only requiring a logged-in account. PPV, meaning pay-per-view with a one-time price, subscription requiring an active monthly plan, and private restricted to a hand-picked guest list. PPV pricing shows up only when you pick PPV. It has price as a decimal and currency as a dropdown. Subscription plan shows up only when you pick subscription. It is a single drop-down listing every active row from TBL subscription plans, formatted as plan name followed by the monthly price. Private access shows up only when you pick private. 2 text areas. Authorized emails takes addresses separated by commas or new lines. Anyone whose login email matches gets access. Access codes takes one-time use codes, also separated by commas or new lines, with a 4-character minimum. Both lists are written to TBL Video Private Access on Submit. Content flags is the last section, a 4-checkbox row for status badges. Featured boosts the video in homepage rotation. Private video flags the listing as hidden from public browsing. Age verification forces a viewer to confirm adult age. Content warning prepends a viewer discretion screen. Tab 6, SEO and Marketing. Click the last tab, SEO and Marketing. The good news, almost everything here fills in automatically from your work on basic info. You can leave it alone for 90% of uploads. SEO and Marketing has 4 fields. Meta title pre-fills from the video title and is capped at 70 characters. Meta description pre-fills from the first 160 characters of your description. Meta keywords is a comma-separated keyword list. URL slug auto-generates from the video title, lowercase, hyphenated, with non-alphanumeric stripped. Edit the slug freely. The page tracks whether you have manually changed it and stops auto-overwriting once you do. Social media has 4 fields for open graph and Twitter card overrides. OG title, OG description, Twitter title, and Twitter description all pre-fill from the video title and description, but you can override them. The OG image and Twitter image fields are not on this form. They fill in automatically with the future thumbnail path the moment the cron pipeline generates a thumbnail. Search engine settings has 2 drop-downs. Sitemap priority sets how prominent this video is in your XML sitemap. Low at 0.1, below normal at 0.3, normal at 0.5, above normal at 0.7, high at 0.9, or maximum at 1.0. Change frequency tells search engines how often the video page updates. Never yearly, monthly, which is the default, weekly, or daily. Submitting. Scroll to the bottom of the form and find the green Upload and Submit Video button. Remember, this button is disabled until your file upload finishes. Click it. The page posts the form back to itself. The PHP handler validates the title and file are present, generates an SHA 256 checksum, an MD5 hash, and inserts a row into TBL videos with status equal to processing in every metadata field. It renames the uploaded file to a clean video ID.extension format, for example, 4321.mp4, and rewrites the file path. It generates the canonical URL from your slug and new video ID, builds a JSON-LD schema markup block for search engines, and writes the rename, canonical URL, schema, and placeholder thumbnail paths back into TBL videos. If you chose private, it inserts every email and code into TBL Video Private Access. It inserts a row into TBL video categories for every ticked category, and TBL video models for every selected model. Finally, it logs the upload to TBL logs. If any database step fails, the page reloads with a red error banner showing the MySQL error, usually a duplicate slug, missing column, or too long field. Fix and resubmit. If everything succeeds, the page reloads with a green success banner showing the new video ID, the access type, and a summary of any private access entries. The form clears so you can immediately upload the next video. What happens next? The cron handoff. This is the most important thing to understand. When you click Submit, the video does not start encoding. It is queued. The status field in TBL videos is set to processing, and that is the green light for the video processor cron to pick it up on its next run. That cron is video_processor.php, scheduled in the cron manager to run every 5 minutes. It queries TBL videos for rows where status equals processing and feeds the file path through the FFmpeg pipeline. FFmpeg generates the MP4 web encode, the HLS streaming ladder, timeline thumbnails, poster image, preview clip, animated GIF if enabled, and contact sheet. Each output is uploaded to your configured CDN, Bunny, Wasabi, Backblaze, DO Spaces, Cloudflare R2, FTP, or local, and tracked in TBL storage file locations. When the last output lands, status flips to ready and the video becomes playable. If the cron is not running, your upload sits at processing forever. Nothing is broken, it is waiting. Open the cron manager and confirm video_processor is enabled and the master site cron tab line is in place on your server. Without that cron tab entry, none of this happens. A couple of things to expect. The video does not appear in the public videos listing until status flips to ready. The thumbnail, OG image, and Twitter image fields point at future paths that do not exist yet. That is normal. They resolve once the cron generates them. To monitor progress, open the video admin page or tail the logs in c-t/logs/video_processor. How it all fits together. A quick mental model. This page does 3 jobs. It accepts a chunked file upload to ajax_video_upload.php, which writes the file into upload/videos and runs ffprobe. It presents 6 tabs of metadata fields and prefills as much as it can from ffprobe data and from your video title. And on submit, it writes 1 row to TBL videos with status equal to processing, plus rows to TBL video categories, TBL video models, and TBL video private access if relevant, plus a log entry to TBL logs. The actual encoding, thumbnailing, and CDN upload happen later in the video_processor cron. This page never touches FFmpeg. It only stages work for the cron. A few practical tips. Keep source files at or under your max file size, and use MP4 sources where you can since they probe cleanest. Fill in the Models tab as you upload, because adding models to an existing video later is a separate workflow. For scheduled releases, set publish date in the future, and the cron will respect it. After a successful upload, head to the Cron Manager Execution History tab to confirm video_processor picked your video up, usually within 5 minutes. That is the upload video page. 6 tabs: file upload for the drag and drop, basic info for title and categories and models, production for studio and series, and sponsors, technical for read-only ffprobe metadata, access control for who can watch, and SEO and marketing for search and social. Plus a create model modal and 1 big green upload and submit video button. Combined with a working video_processor cron entry, this is your hand-curated path from a file on your desktop to a ready-to-stream entry on your platform. Drop the file, fill the fields, click submit, and let the cron do the rest.